But that's what happens if you use Ozempic for weight loss and you lose too much weight.
Drugs can be dangerous, folks. They honestly can. Even the ones that are prescription, even the ones that you're being monitored by a doctor while you're taking. There are some side effects that aren't emphasized quite nearly enough. And for a young singer at a mere 30 years old, is now having to deal with some side effects that she wasn't expecting, but she wants to warn everybody about. Let's talk a little bit about Avery and what exactly Ozempic did to her, allegedly. From the Daily Mail, Ozempic left me with deadly bone thinning disease. Singer Avery, 30, reveals in heartbreaking confession. Please don't make the same mistake, which I can completely understand. Singer Avery has told of her shock at discovering she has a debilitating bone disease, actually, several of them. In a tearful video posted to Instagram, the 30-year-old from Phoenix, Arizona, admitted she took the weight loss drug after struggling with an eating disorder. I understand that. Admitting in another video she was dropped by her record label for being too fat, she added, I thought I needed Ozempic to be beautiful and successful. Now tests have revealed she has osteoporosis, a condition that puts sufferers at high risk of deadly fractures after losing too much weight on this particular drug. In a desperate plea to her 250,000 followers on Instagram, she urged them to not make the same mistake and take a medication you do not need. Well, that's not great. In a The injections of Ozempic are designed to help type 2 diabetes, and obese people control their. Let's try that again. The injections are designed to help type 2 diabetes patient and obese people to control their blood sugar levels so they can lose weight. But research has suggested the jabs could lead to brittle bones, with experts urging people who are vulnerable to fractures against using them. Around 500,000 Britons are now thought to be using the medication, which can help them lose up to 20% of their body weight in just a few months. That's extraordinary. But perhaps the risks are not explained in depth or detail, or perhaps people think that these things can't possibly happen to them. Well, the benefits and risks are here in, well, I guess purple and aquamarine. uh, you have all kinds of symptoms. You have musculoskeletal, digestive, blood issues, endocrine. Uh, I don't know what most of these words even mean or reference to. Doesn't sound like it's good for circulatory systems, respiratory, mental, neoplasm. Wow, that's liver cancer. Goodness. Nervous system, all kinds of crazy thing. And of course, infectious bacterial infections and septicemia, which I can tell you is not great. And again, this is from the Daily Mail, so it is centered around Britain. But you can just translate that smaller population to the United States and maybe a little bit more and figure out that there are probably too many Americans on these drugs. I'm no medical expert, nor would I pretend to be. And I don't know that I'd necessarily take medical advice from someone on YouTube, regardless of their credentials. I think your personal relationship with a physician is far better and probably makes you better served if you just listen to that person. And according to an investigation by the Daily Mail, almost 400 Brits have been hospitalized, some with life threatening complications, since the rollout of this particular type of injection. Wegovy, Monjaro, and Saxenda, I guess, are basically the same things. In an Instagram video, the Let Me Go hitmaker said she had visited her doctor for a checkup after coming off of Ozempic 2 months earlier. She added, I'm kind of in shock right now because I wasn't expecting this. She added, Ozempic can cause bone density loss, and I didn't think that would happen to me because I was only on it for a year. But I have significant bone loss, and I have osteoporosis and osteopenia. I can tell you both of those things are very, very bad. That's what happens if you use Ozempic for weight loss and you lose too much weight. Again, ending her quote. We're going to watch this video. We saw part of it at the beginning, or you did before we got started. And this is just, believe it or not, I consider this a tragedy. A tragedy which has her rounding out her statement with, please use me as an example. I just want to be an example of why you need to be careful. And I agree with her. Let's take a look at the video itself.
I just left the doctor's office. I went to get a checkup because I've been off of Ozempic for 2 months now, and I just wanted to see if my body was in better condition, if there were any permanent damages. Kind of in shock right now because I wasn't expecting this, but I guess Ozempic can cause bone density loss, and I didn't think that that would happen to me because I was only on it for a year. But I have significant bone loss. I have osteoporosis and osteopenia, so that I don't know, there's like several of them that I have. I wasn't expecting that, but that's what happens if you use Ozempic for weight loss and you lose too much weight.
Such a sad story. In addition to this video, she says it's become very normalized, but it's really dangerous. I just can't believe I did that damage to myself. In a separate message, she also wrote, please, please, please be careful with Ozempic. If you are not someone that needs to take it, it is only meant to treat diabetes and obesity. I've done a lot of damage to myself. I want to make clear that I do have an eating disorder and I did not get Ozempic from a doctor. Oh, no. Wow. It's very easy to get nowadays, and many people with eating disorders are getting their hands on it. I made a mistake. I take responsibility for my actions. Please learn from mine. I'll be going on medication and starting a treatment plan. I will know more soon. It's not always reversible, but I can do things to improve the situation. At the moment, I have to be very careful as my bones are brittle, but it is treatable and I will be okay. Thank you for your support. What a tragedy. You can only feel for this woman. She was trying to do something for herself to improve her career or at least get it back. And I'm really hoping that she does find a way back to good health and maybe back to being a popular singer. We can only hope that for everyone. Good health is important to maintain, and it's tough when you hurt yourself. Hey, quick reminder though, in order to make sure you don't miss great stories like this one, double check you're still subscribed to the channel. There have been a few that have been unsubscribed, and it's absolutely free. So do that. Turn on the bell notification so you don't miss anything. And if you wouldn't mind, hit the thumbs up button. Make a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this particular situation and others that seem to be more and more prevalent in our society. As always, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands because it's good hygiene, especially in cold and flu season. And until next time, see ya for real.